Hey there, this is John with Mahalo, and I'm here to help you shoot great video with your DSLR. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Canon T2i and a bit of an overview and look at some of the features of the body. The Canon T2i is the entry-level DSLR offered by Canon. Although it's small in size and much cheaper, it shares the same sensor as the larger and more expensive 7D. Its features, however, can be quite different. Let's have a look. You have here the menu button, which will function to bring up all the camera's settings and get into the functions of the camera. The display button here will tell you how much time remains on the card and what sort of shooting mode you're in. The live view button here toggles between the viewfinder and the LCD and also functions as a record button when in movie mode. The AV or aperture compensation button here functions to exposure compensation when in AV or aperture value mode. The quick control button will bring up access to a number of settings that you can adjust at the flick of a switch. It's very useful when you don't want to go into the menus and you need to adjust something on the fly. The cross keys here function to make selections within menus and submenus, but also have specific functions. For example, the white balance button here will bring up your white balance options and allow you to make a selection. The AF button will allow you to choose which autofocus mode that you're in. The self-timer and remote button will function to toggle between using a timer or remote, and also allows you to determine whether you shoot single or continuous while shooting stills. The picture style button here will allow you to access and choose your picture style. The set or OK button is really used to make selections within menus and submenus. The trash button here will delete files such as video or movie files while viewing. The play button here functions to bring up movies or stills that you have shot. Over here you can see the AE lock or exposure lock button, which also functions to reduce magnify when in live view mode, which is extremely helpful in determining focus. Conversely, the magnify button here can be used to push in live view to 5 or 10x to determine focus, as well as while viewing pictures to zoom in and out. And lastly, up here you have the viewfinder diopter, which allows for correction for prescription glasses wearers when viewing through the viewfinder. The bottom of the camera is fairly straightforward. You can see your battery door here, which opens with this lever, the tripod socket, and your camera's serial number here. Although the body is made entirely of plastic, it's quite lightweight and very durable. Over here on the camera, you can see the depth of field preview button, which will stop down the camera to a smaller aperture to view the effective range of focus. We have the lens release button here and the flash button, which will extend the camera's built-in flash when in manual modes. Over here you can see the variety of inputs and interfaces we have, which are mic, remote, AV, digital out here, and HDMI, which will allow you to connect to a monitor. On the top of the camera here, you can see the mode selection dial, which is similar to the other Canon cameras, although it may look a little different. On the top of the camera here, you can see the mode control dial, which allows you to pick which shooting mode that you're in. We have movie, night portrait, sports, macro, landscape, portrait, no flash, full auto, creative auto, program, time value, aperture value, manual, and A depth. To shoot movies on the T2i, you need to make sure that your camera is set to the movie mode on the mode control dial. Here you can see the on-off switch located next to the mode dial, the ISO button, which will allow you to interface with the ISO menu and select the setting, the main control dial, which gives you access to many of the camera's menus and selections, and the shutter.
So that's a look at some of the features and a bit of an overview of the Canon T2i. Make sure you click to check out some of our other videos, and be sure you subscribe to stay current with new ones we'll post. And if you don't see a topic you'd like, let us know. Send an email to requests@mahalo.com with your idea. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and start shooting.